Hello YouTube, I've been trying to find a solution to making a 12 volt lithium battery pack, and I've been trying to do various things with the 18650s, like the kind you get from laptop batteries or the ones that you can get from China. Now the problem I'm having is obviously these are basically fakes. You'll never get anywhere near 4000 milliamps out of that battery, and I've tried with second-hand batteries and various other things, but I haven't had anywhere near the amount of success that I wanted. So I was looking towards lithium iron phosphate batteries, and I found a couple of good sites in Europe where you could either get these cylindrical cells ranging from 10 to 15 amp hour, and these Winston cells which are ranging from 40 to 200 amp hour each. Bearing in mind, for lithium iron phosphate I need 4 cells to reach my 12 volt ideal voltage. With lithium ion there was the problem that these were 3.7s, so if you use 4 you get nearer 16 volts, and things like inverters and sensitive 12 volt electronics and devices won't work. But with lithium iron phosphate, if you charge to say 13.6 instead of including 14.4, the max, the top range that you can charge these to, an inverter will still work within reason. So I moved to these headway cells because they were fairly reasonable, quite cheap, and I could get hold of them in the UK. And these are brilliant things that are used in electric vehicles, electric bikes, and I thought I'm going to make a pack out of these. But the company I found in Europe wants to charge £30 handling fee plus shipping from Europe. I think these ones are in Poland or somewhere near there. So I found a site in the UK that sells lithium bits for electric bikes, and I went through, and first thing I did was look at the battery packs, and they're all 24 volts or higher, and that's no good to me. So I went, let's have a look at the cells they sell, and they sell a range from the 4.4 amp hour A123 systems, which are brilliant but expensive, £15. Bear in mind I need 4 to make my 12 volt battery pack. That would be £60, and they have a brilliant discharge rate of 30C. 30 times I believe the nominal power of this, so 30 times 4.4. That's a lot, and that's too much for my project. So let's have a look at the other ones they sell. They do an 8, a 10, a 12 and a 15, and I was thinking, let's go for the big ones. £20 each, so that's £80 for a 15 amp hour battery, not including things like maybe a BMS and that sort of thing. Got a good discharge rate of 45 amps. I believe if you put these in parallel and have, say, 8 cells, 4 series, 2 parallel, you can get that C rating up a little bit because you're drawing off two or more cells, but they are out of stock. So I settled for these 12 amp hour cells at £16.50. Continuous 24 amp discharge. Oh no, charge, sorry. I think it's 36 for discharge. There we go, 36 amp. And yeah, so I've gone in on this, and I've bought a dozen, and I'm gonna, hopefully when they arrive, I'm gonna do a couple of videos on them. I know there's going to be some problems. I've got these plates to go with them, and I've also got the cell holders, these things here, so you can put all the cells together and they're held nice and tight. And the problem is going to be charging them. How do I charge them? Especially off of solar. So for now, for argument's sake, what I'm going to be doing is using a IMAX B6 charger. I'm going to charge them off of this using the balance leads, which also brings me to another problem that I might have, is do I do I put a BMS on the battery pack itself, i.e. do I put a BMS on this? So let's find a picture with one on. There was one here earlier. So many pictures. Yeah, so do I put a BMS on the cells? Like you see on here, these little boxes, do I put a BMS on there? Or do I, this would give me the opportunity to charge it off of solar. Or do I bottom balance them and charge them up to, say, 13.5 volts instead of 13.6, so that the charger I choose, which will probably have to be mains, will cut off before the cells ever charge to the full amount, which is possible because inside one of these, they're all marked the same. They've all got current, the voltage they charge to, and various things on there. But I've discovered since that, by the powers of YouTube, inside one of these you have this part that you can change the voltage down just slightly, and it will cut off before the cells ever reach their full charge state. So that would be like the constant voltage stage. And just below there, bearing in mind that variable voltage part is up there, there's two down here, which is for charge current and charge cutoff point, so around 500 milliamps. So what I'm going to do is, for now, for argument's sake, I'm just going to use one of these with a set of balance leads to get the pack up and running. I'll have a 36 amp hour pack, and I'll be able to use it in various tests whilst I figure out whether I want to spend £40 on a BMS or £20 on a mains charger and charge it that way, with the lower voltage in mind. This is going to take some testing. I'm not an expert in this. I'm just going to try this. I'm going to throw it out there. Once I've got the pack, I need to sort the cells out. For test purposes, I'm going to charge them all up to full and then assemble the pack as they insist you do, and do some tests on 12 volt items. Maybe run a couple of small loads on an inverter like my TV at home, and if not, see how it goes, and I might get myself a BMS and a mains charger to see how efficient and how well these things work. So anyway, thank you for watching. This is just an update video on my lithium endeavours. I hope to have these cells by next week and start charging them. I only have one of these chargers, so it's going to take me an age to charge them to full and get them all ready for assembly. So you can expect a video from that. So until then, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.